Goodbye, Dade Phelan. It's August 21st, 2025, and these are your headlines. Former House Speaker Dade Phelan announced today that he will not be running for re-election, bringing an end to a decade-long career in the lower chamber. Phelan, a Beaumont Republican first elected in 2014, served 2 terms as Speaker of the House beginning in 2021. His tenure was marked by deep division within the Republican caucus, particularly after he oversaw the impeachment of Attorney General Ken Paxton in 2023. That move, which was later rejected in the Senate, alienated many GOP activists and lawmakers who accused Phelan of advancing Democrat interests over Republican priorities. The fallout carried into the 2024 election cycle. While Phelan narrowly avoided losing his own seat in a bruising primary that went to a runoff, many of his allies were defeated. At the time, President Donald Trump labeled any Republicans supporting Phelan a fool. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick took the unusual step of campaigning against him. By the end of the year, Phelan's grip on power had all but evaporated, and last December he bowed out of the speaker's race. And after relinquishing the speakership this year, he was relegated to chair the Licensing and Administrative Procedures Committee. Notably, you might remember he attempted to push legislation this session to regulate the sharing of political memes. While the bill passed the House, it didn't move in the Senate. His departure leaves an open race to replace him. The Southeast District 21 contains Jasper, Orange, and portions of Jefferson County. Congressman Chip Roy has entered the 2026 race for Attorney General. Roy, who represents the 21st Congressional District and serves as policy director for the House Freedom Caucus, announced his campaign today. He says Texas is under assault from open border policies, radical leftists, and foreign corporations, and that it's time to draw a line in the sand. Before Congress, Roy worked as a federal prosecutor and later as First Assistant Attorney General of Texas. He points to that legal background, along with his record in Washington on border security and government reform, as reasons he says he's ready for the job. Roy, of course, joins a crowded Republican field that already includes State Senators Joan Huffman and Mays Middleton, as well as former Justice Department official Aaron Wright. Once working under Attorney General Paxton in the AG's office, Roy was among those who called on him to resign before that impeachment in the House. The race is wide open after Attorney General Ken Paxton announced he's running for the U.S. Senate against John Cornyn.
Howdy, folks. It's Chris Salcedo from the Salcedo Storm podcast. You might know me from my TV show on Newsmax or my radio show on AM 700 KSEV in Houston. As a veteran broadcaster, author, and conservative political analyst, I've teamed up with Texas Scorecard to take a no-nonsense approach to the toughest questions Americans are wrestling with every day. Join me on the Salcedo Storm podcast, where I challenge the status quo and bring you fresh perspectives on the national, state, and cultural news. Tune in weekdays, available wherever you listen to podcasts.
A months-long legal battle between the Texas Lottery Commission and jackpot winner Kristen Moriarty has come to a close. Moriarty had sued the commission after officials refused to pay her $83.5 million Lotto Texas jackpot. At the center of the dispute was how that winning ticket was purchased through Jackpot, a third-party app owned by DraftKings. The commission questioned whether those services were legal and withheld the payout for more than 3 months. This week, a settlement was filed in Travis County District Court. Under the agreement, Moriarty will receive the lump sum cash value of just under $46 million. Roughly $34.8 million will be wired directly to her attorney's trust account, while about $11 million will be sent to the IRS, oh yes, for taxes. The agreement does not admit wrongdoing by the Texas Lottery Commission or its officials, and Moriarty has agreed to permanently dismiss the lawsuit. Her case highlighted growing concerns over the lottery's expansion into online play, an expansion critics say has created legal uncertainty and forced winners like Moriarty into court just to claim their prize. Meanwhile, a separate case over a $95 million jackpot tied to a New Jersey company remains in the courts. That controversy has already prompted Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick to call the Texas Lottery, quote, probably the biggest money laundering scheme in the country. For more of today's stories, go to TexasScorecard.com.